Hey everybody, welcome to today's interview. And today we are so excited to have Jet, who honestly I've heard more of him in probably the last like 2 years from my husband than I have actually having conversations with him. But I love Jet. He is an amazing human being. He does Evotion Studios. Obviously, from the backdrop behind him, he's really, really cool dude and can do a million different things with videos. We're super excited to have him. So as always, make sure you guys stay until the end. He's going to have a free gift for you guys. He's going to drop the keyword. So you have to stay all the way till the end until he's ready to share it with us. But I would just love to say thank you for being here. I'm super excited to interview you today. I want to learn so much more about what you do, your passion, your drive, all the things of why you do what you do. And just kind of want to leave it to you to introduce yourself a little bit to us and tell us more about yourself.
Absolutely, Paige. It is such a pleasure to be doing this with you, and I'm super grateful for the opportunity. And your husband is one of my favorite person in the whole entire earth. So yeah, I love Josh, and yeah, super grateful for the opportunity to be here and sharing with you today. As a quick introduction of who I am, my name is Jet Jean-Claude. Technically, my first name is Jethro Jean-Claude. And if you notice that super sexy accent of mine, I was born and raised in Haiti. And I am a super passionate storyteller. Actually, my nickname is Story Seller Jet. And I love everything related to video production and studio work.
That's awesome. And I know you do so many things in the fulfillment side of things. I know you work with so many different types of people. His studio, I've never personally actually visited. I've heard so many things about your studio. You gave us a virtual tour when you met Suzanne and I briefly online. And tell me more about that. Like, who do you like to like work with? Who do you like to serve? What kind of things do you like to create? Give us all the details.
Absolutely. So I have been told by many people over the past couple weeks or even months that we are the number one studio here in Florida, which is kind of cool for other people to start saying that to us. We have five, six different rooms where people can come and shoot content from. This one that I'm sitting in right now is the biggest one, which has a 24-foot LED wall. We have like as whatever you can dream of, we have here in the studio, which is pretty cool. Um, we produce all types of content. We have produced VSLs for people. We have produced courses for people. But our bread and butter, the things that we are super passionate about is social media content. We actually have a product where people can come within a day and a half being able to shoot 120 plus pieces of content. We actually had somebody come and film within a day and a half, shot 174 pieces of social media content. So that's our bread and butter. We have done a lot of work with real estate investors, but any experts, any coaches, any people that wants to bolster their personal brand, we are able to serve with in the studio.
That's awesome because a lot of people don't have what they need at home to do this stuff. I would say most people don't have what they need at home to do this stuff. And I know, I think Josh's favorite room is the podcaster room. So it's very cool that you guys can do those things. Like if people want to do podcasts, but maybe they need a place to record it and they don't have the setup and they don't have the or the microphones or the knowledge to do it. It's like you guys can come in, they can film their podcast, they can do X amount of episodes with you. And you guys, I think you do the video content and the audio content, it sounds like. So to be able to repurpose that and just be able to, I think, up level people's businesses is really key. And I know that
Absolutely.
you love that big one. I know that you love that big room. You tell me a lot
Yeah.
and stuff. And you guys do any kind of screen that you can think of, any kind of backdrop you can think of. Do you also do the availability for like hybrid events and stuff like that for people to be able to do the live streaming events and things like that?
100%. Actually, before I talk about that specifically, your husband is actually trying to spend all of my money, by the way. He's been sending me a bunch of like additional new things that came in the market. You should have this yet. You should have this, which is very dangerous because I love toys. I absolutely love toys. And yeah, so my brother complains about that all the time because I buy so many different things that like that we might not even need. Like I had the School of Hard Knocks guys, like, they come here and use the studio for one of their clients, and that was part of their testimonials talking about how whatever they needed, they were able to find in the studio, which is awesome. Yeah. So the studio, the one that I'm sitting in right now is about 1,200 square foot. We are able to do a lot of really cool things in here. We have hosted a ClickFunnels Connect event where like 20, 30 people came. So we can host events as well in here. We have hosted people that one of them came and filmed 55 funnel videos in a matter of a couple days.
Wow.
We've hosted people that wanted to do courses, and because it's so big, we can do a bunch of different things. And another group that is I'm super passionate about, which is your husband is part of too, is
Yeah.
Millionaire Men Cave, which is a super amazing organization bringing men out of isolation. They had like a gazillion people film on that. I think like 6 or 7 people were filming at the same time. So the capabilities of this room is incredible, and we can do a lot with it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I know that like you have worked with so many different people, and then I know you're working with Millionaire Man Cave. I know you're working with, I know you do projects with Josh and Brian and all these other things, but like if you were to pick something that's like your favorite thing to work on, like if you were to be like, okay, this is the type of person I really love to work on, I just get like lit up, all the things, like what would be the type of person or the type of content that you absolutely love to work with?
Can I give you two, or would
Yes,
that be too much?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the very first one, which again, I feel like I'm gonna say Josh a billion time in this talk show, or this recording. One of my favorite thing is to work with experts, and obviously me, Josh, and Brian, we are working on the projects together where we can kind of serve some of those people. But so that's one. The other one is I absolutely love helping people with social media content. I truly believe that the people that, are more present on social media, they are able to build, the like, the trust, and then, people get to know them on social media. We've created something called magnetic authority, which is basically a way for people when they're creating social media content to attract people to them by taking it in a different way than like just like posting content to just posting content. Actually, that's part of the gift that I'm gonna give people as well on there. But those are my favorite people, the people that wants to grow on social media, that wants to create content and dominate their their area of expertise using content on social media.
No, I love that. And I know that you do talk a lot about the magnetic authority piece, which I think is really cool. And this is something that we do dive into as well in our business side of things, which is like, identity work, really looking at your external authority, like how you're showing up and your magnetic authority. And I think a lot of people, and I'm sure that, his playbook that he's going to be giving you guys for free with, but we need to wait for the keyword though for that is going to show a lot of people how to show up in that way online. I think a lot of people, and I'm sure you've seen this in your studio and for sure, is that like they start to film for social media and they turn into somebody else. Like they forget how to talk. They don't know actually how to do the thing that they should be doing. And it's sort of like getting them comfortable in who they are and what they do and how they want to show up is super important because when somebody can connect to you through social media, when somebody can actually see who you really are in a video or a reel or through your expertise or what you're sharing in the authentic way that you can do it, like that's when you make sales. That's when you make, a change really happen. That's when you impact somebody's life that you never even realized you were impacting, because it's not always about sales, but obviously it's about bringing people into your world, having them know, like, and trust you, having them follow you, having them build that relationship with you. And they can't do it if they feel like you're showing up as somebody that you shouldn't be showing up as. So
100.
I think that that playbook where you really do highlight the magnetic authority, which is something that, if you guys comment below, which we're still not going to give you the keyword, you're going to get for free is huge. This is something that, and I'm sure you've seen this too. This is like a topic that just came to mind, but like the AI space, right? Everything being AI lately. it has to still be authentic. Like it still has to be yours. It can't just be all augmented reality. It can't just be all, pretend, right? And there's a blend that has to happen. Like, especially with video, especially with reels, especially with social media platforms and things like that. Are you sort of seeing that as a trend as well as like you have to still bring in that piece that's authentically yours?
100%. And I truly believe that is the biggest mistake that a lot of people are making out there because they really focus on like, value-based content. Oh, 3 tips, 5 tips, and kind of doing all of the other stuff. With the rise of AI and ChatGPT, like everybody can be like, creating tips, videos and stuff like that. But when you are creating content and that's uniquely yours, that tells your story, people are going to resonate more with that. And when you do the combination of obviously providing tons of value, but kind of showcasing the story that is uniquely yours, all of the challenges that you face, all of the success that you've faced, all of the lessons learned that you've had, all of entrepreneurship is like the up and down and all of that, being able to share that with other people, that's going to resonate with them a lot more. And when they feel like they know you, they're going to like you and they're going to trust you faster. Why so many people, like, I don't know, that might be a terrible example, but like why so many people enjoy watching the Kardashians or all of those like celebrities out there? They feel like they like them and they trust them because of all the content that they're doing and all the personal things that they're sharing on social media as well. So that's
Yeah.
why it's so key to incorporate that into your content creation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think too, it's like fun because you can have fun with AI, right? People are having fun with AI. Like it's not about like not utilizing it. It's about utilizing it in the way that actually I think best represents you. And so it makes it more fun and playful. Like the amount of times I've seen like from your studio as an example, Josh running on a hamster wheel because it was funny, like is hilarious, right? But that's part of the personality, right? It's part of like when Josh and Brian were filming, it's like that's how their dynamic, right? It's their friendship. It's also like the way they communicate. It's how they work, and it's just playful and fun. And like yes, they're these experts in these like very high industries, but it's like, oh, at the root of it, there's still a bunch of guys that like to have fun. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that that's like the fun part about it, and that's what your studio really can help bring out in people is like, okay, well, what is your identity? What do you really want to be showing your audience instead of just kind of like throwing darts in the dark? It's like, how do you want to really show up to people? And I think that that's like, to me, just a little bit that we talked about your playbook is really going to be the thing that highlights that for them and tries to help them find bring that out into their magnetic personality, really like dive into their identity, really like be able to help them show up authentically online, which in turn is just going to help them help more people because they're going to
100%.
be able to get in in front of more people, right? Essentially.
For sure.
So why don't you tell us about this playbook that you're going to be giving everybody and then tell us what that keyword's going to be so that they can actually like dive in your inbox there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So the playbook, it's centered around the magnetic authority playbook. So the keyword that we are going to, I'm kind of trying to make it like a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Maybe let's do since Haitian, since I'm from Haiti, and since Haitian spelled SENS Haitian. So since Haitian. So is that a good keyword?
Yeah, you can do that. And if they don't spell it right, that's okay.
That's okay. Um,
Just drop it in. He does a lot of word combinations if you guys haven't figured that out yet, because I said, what does evotion mean? And he's like, evoke emotion. And I was like, oh, I got it. Like,
So
so
that was not the keyword that we were gonna give, but like
no.
that popped up in my mind. And personality wise, and we're talking about magnetic authority by incorporating your story and your identity as part of what you're posting on social media. What a better way to create a new keyword since Haitian.
Nation.
So, yeah. So the playbook is really about like, all of the types of content that you can be creating and how to structure everything that you need on social to create in social media to become that magnetic authority that actually attracts people to you versus to just like posting content to post content. It's gonna give you the formula, it's gonna give you all of the steps, it's gonna give you like really everything that you need. It might even give you some topics that you can utilize to start creating content as well. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome. Yes. So, everybody, if you are just ready to become that magnetic presence online, if you're ready to like just get some ideas flowing, going, all that kind of stuff, I want you to drop the keyword into the comment section below. Jet will reach out to you, or somebody from his team will reach out to you, send you the link for the playbook, and then maybe you guys can even start looking at visiting Tampa. That's his location, actually, by the way. I didn't mention that before. He's in Tampa. His studio is really awesome. Suzanne and I are actually looking at creating a trip there at some point as well, because I mean, we need to visit at some point in person. I gotta meet you at some point. And drop that keyword down there, get that playbook, get moving, get creating, get going. And if you guys are ready to like knock it out of the park, make sure you connect with Jet. Jet's amazing, human. He's authentic, he works from his heart, he's got passion, and he is the real deal. His studio is definitely the real deal, and there's so many people utilizing him, so you definitely want to get in his world if you have not already met him, for sure.
Yeah. Can I
So,
sweeten the deal for them?
yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
here's I'm not gonna tell them what it is, but when they drop the keyword, my team will reach out to them, and then I have a special surprise that I'll be sending them as with that magnetic authority playbook.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's
All
gonna
right.
be it's gonna be super fire. It's gonna be that so fire.
Yeah, it'll be super fire. So make sure you drop that keyword. I want to even know what this surprise is going to be. So this is going to be amazing. So make sure you drop that keyword. Connect with Jet online. Make sure you're reaching out to him. Make sure you're, connecting with him, especially if you're in the Tampa area or in the Florida area anyway, and you guys are running a business. You definitely need to know who he is. And it was great having you on here today. It was great talking to you, connecting with you further, getting to know you better. I'm sure my husband will be watching this and being like, yes, I know I'm awesome anyway, because you highlighted him so much. But it was great to see you again, and I look forward to working with you more for sure.
Likewise, I look forward to it as well. Let's go.
Yes.